You seem to be the most excited out of everybody here for this. What is it about this that makes you happy?
Am I answering in character or out of character?
Whatever is the most honest.
I love funny, silly things, and this is such a change. This is such a great change of pace. There's a lot I was worried about and stressing me out. Here in the house.
Drench, I take back my offer to green card, marry you, and also I'm ringing a bell where I am right now, because we beefing again.
No, not of the cross.
We went from, the stressful kind of real world stuff into a crazy, silly, cartoony, apocalyptic scenario with lore and monsters, and it's fun, and it really put a smile on my face. But the in-universe answer, of course, is that the bombs destroyed all of my problems, and I don't have problems anymore. I hated the modern world. I hated laws. I hated my friends and family. Everything I hated got destroyed. Now I have freedom. I know that not everyone is taking this as well, particularly Drench. I don't know if I can help her, but now that our fates have kind of switched, and I'm the one who's in high spirits, I feel like I should do something to help her. There was this kind of embarrassing moment. I don't know if the cameras caught it, because there's a lot of trouble here with the cameras and the microphones, where I wanted to tell her how good I felt, and to be polite, you don't open the conversation by saying, hey, I feel so great. I asked them first. What happened was, so I asked her how she felt, and she told me she felt like shit. And I am.
Hey, Two-Face, if you ever leave this bunker, I will beat you with a bag of doorknobs and then tie you to a tree.
So what happened was, so I say, Drench, how are you feeling? And the expectation was that she would say she's feeling good, and that we'd both be feeling. And she goes, "Oh, I'm feeling like shit, actually." I'm like, "Oh." So then I immediately jump into my monologue about how, well, actually, I'm feeling great. It's like, this is so good. And before I could really, process it, I'm a very one-track mind. So before I could really follow that up by saying, it sucks that you don't feel the same way. How can it help? I'm trying to process this. Lady goes, wait, were you just waiting? Did you just ask her how she was doing so you could tell her how you were doing? And I freeze. I'm like, shit. I mean, kind of, but also, isn't that how conversations work? And that's actually what I said out loud. And the lady goes, well, that's bad because you should care about how the other person feels. I'm like, well, obviously I do care. It's just, it's not like I only ever ask how people are feeling when I'm ready to tell them how I'm feeling. But when I do want to tell someone how I'm feeling, the right thing to do is to open by asking them how they're feeling first.
Drench, that was a bell ringing. A beef bell. Ding dong, bing bong, ching chong, ring, ring, ring.
Yeah, but it did look like I didn't actually care how she was feeling. It looked like I was just it looked like I was just pretending to care so that I could have an audience. But yeah, I do feel bad about how that came off, but immediately afterwards I was like, okay, how do I help? The issue she seems to be having is that, well, it's really two issues. The first is that as an introvert, she feels that this isn't giving her enough space away from people.
Alright, thank you, 22.
You know this cam's live, right?
Oh, it's live?
Yeah, it's live. This cam is live streaming to the site right now, just so you know.
Oh, I was treating this like a... I mean,
You can still treat it like a regular confessional, but I'm just letting you know. It's
okay.
Keep going.
And there isn't really much I can do to alter the situation, but I'm hoping I could alter her frame of mind a bit. I told her that I think she's kind of overplaying how much she's going to be forced to interact with other people. Everyone's kind of gone off into their own little corners. And I think my hope is that when she realizes that, she'll feel much better. Unfortunately, though, the other problem, which started, shortly after we had this conversation, what happened was I told her, you're going to feel better in the morning, and I truly meant that. I didn't realize the TTS was going to go off. I thought it was actually off for the night. Once it started, I'm like, oh, okay, shit. Well, look, at first I thought maybe it was all backed up. Like, this is all TTS from hours earlier, because, like, they kept telling me to stop singing, even though I hadn't sung for hours. But then it turned out that it was live, and they were just fucking with me. And I'm like, well, maybe the TTS will slow down. And I don't know if my forced optimism is...
Well, this guy was...
Well, it's not... Well, I shouldn't say forced optimism because I feel like things... Because I really do...
Yea, I am so happy that you are happy. Your soul is pure. May God bless your day. And to anyone who brings you harm, die.
Thank you. But yeah, I shouldn't say forced optimism because...
Do that thing where you roll your eyes back up into your head again. That was cool.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
But yeah, I wouldn't say forced optimism because I am actually feeling really good right now. I just wish that I knew how to like use that, like take some of that positive emotion and like push it into other people who need it right now. You know, I don't know how to do that, but it feels like what I should be doing. One of the TTSs said, Aryeh, if you want to help, just take a shift. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm taking another shift. I think I cut my first one pretty short anyway. I didn't have a timer on, but I stopped as soon as I realized how late it was, because like I was like, no, I want to sing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit in front of this light and I'm going to sing. And then Drench was like, all right, stop singing. And I'm like, but I like singing. She goes, it's 2 a.m. I'm like, shit, it's really 2 a.m.? I slept so late yesterday, I didn't realize how late it actually got. So then I kind of just asked Seth to take over for me. I don't think it had been a full hour yet. It had probably been more like 20 minutes. But yeah, now I'm going to stay for at least the full hour, maybe longer.
What do you think about everyone that wants us to take away your fidget spinner?
Ah, fuck, that scared me, Aryeh.
When I think about the people who want to take away my fidget spinner, why do they want to take it away?
I don't know. Make a conjecture.
Well, I know that the leader of our little underground cult here says that the relics of the old world must be destroyed because they bring I don't think he said bad juju, but it's basically the vibe I was getting, like he thinks it's bad luck. So I fought with him over the fidget spinner, and ultimately we reached a sort of compromise where he tore off one of the little blades. Like there were 5 blades here, and now there are only 4. And at first I was like, no, but then I spun it, and I'm like, oh, it still spins. So actually, yeah, it's actually fine.
Chat, I will be looking for good Aryeh questions. And if you don't have any good Aryeh questions, I'll ask him questions, but I'll open it up to chat for about 10-15 minutes if you guys have any good Aryeh questions. Let's see.
I'll admit I'm not good at role playing. I'm not good at staying in character, but being surrounded by, crazy situation and crazy people, it makes me so happy. It's fun, and being here right now is so fun. Oh, sorry, what I mean to say is I'm so glad that all my problems of the old world were destroyed by the bombs. I'm so glad that there are no laws I have to follow anymore. I'm so glad that I don't have to pay taxes. I could go around naked if I want. I can kill people if I want. I'm so happy about that, and I'm so happy I don't have to worry about being canceled. I don't have to worry about other people thinking I'm a bad person.
The turbo autist, who is unable to comprehend other people's positions, is more coherent and concise than Drench.
How many Twinkies can you fit in your mouth?
I don't actually know. I'm guessing maybe 3 or 4. I don't think I've never eaten more than one at once. I mean, I've sometimes like eaten one after the other, like but like putting multiple in my mouth at once. I've never tried that.
Do you have a hard time defending yourself when people pick on you?
Do you mean physically
Sorry,
or verbally?
Hold on, audio got messed up there. Hang tight. Let me re-ask it. Do you have a hard time defending yourself when people pick on you?